Welcome to Agricultural Science for SS1 at Livestock Academy. Today we study livestock genetics, breeds and improvement. What is livestock genetics? Livestock genetics is the application of genetic principles to understand inheritance in farm animals and to use this knowledge to improve livestock productivity through selective breeding. The goal is to increase production traits, milk yield, growth rate, meat yield, egg production, and adaptive traits, disease resistance, heat tolerance, in farm animals. Key terms in livestock genetics. Breed, a group of animals of the same species that share similar physical characteristics, phenotype, and genetic makeup, and pass these characteristics consistently to their offspring. Purebred, an animal whose parents are both of the same breed. Crossbred, an animal whose parents are of different breeds. Genotype, the genetic makeup of an animal. Phenotype, the observable characteristics, appearance, performance. Heritability, the proportion of variation in a trait that is due to genetic factors, as opposed to environment. High heritability equals trait responds well to selection. Estimated breeding value, EBV, an estimate of the genetic value of an animal for a particular trait. Used to select superior sires and dams. Livestock breeds in Nigeria. Cattle. 1. Zebu/Baran breeds, indigenous white Fulani, Mwebunoji, most common Nigerian cattle. Adapted to tropical conditions. Tolerant of heat, drought, and ticks. Milk, 2 to 4 liters/day. Body weight, 300 to 400 kilograms. Red Baroro, milk and beef. Adamawa Fulani. Sokoto Gudoli. 2. Exotic, introduced, breeds, Frisian, Holstein Frisian, highest milk production, 20 to 40 liters/day, in temperate conditions. Poorly adapted to Nigerian climate, heat stress, tick burden, disease sensitivity. Jersey, small, efficient, high-fat milk. Ayrshire. Hereford, Angus, beef breeds. 3. Crossbreeds, Frisian times white Fulani cross, improves milk yield while retaining some tropical adaptability. F1 cross, 50% exotic, most commonly used. Sheep. 1. Indigenous, Yonkosa, North, most common. West African dwarf, WAD, forest stone, trypanotolerant, resistant to sleeping sickness/trypanosomiasis. UDA, North. Bolomi, North. 2. Exotic, Dorpa, South Africa, good meat. Romanov. Goats. 1. Indigenous, red Sokoto, Marodi, excellent leather, Sokoto red leather. West African dwarf, WAD, trypanotolerant, meat, milklets. Sahel goat, North. Pigs. 1. Indigenous, non-dominant, wild boar. Exotic, large white, Yorkshire, Landrace, both introduced for commercial pig farming in Nigeria. Duroc, Berkshire. Poultry. 1. Indigenous, Nigerian local chicken, heat tolerant, disease resistant, good forager, poor layer, 30 to 50 eggs/year. Low body weight. 2. Exotic breeds, Leghorn, egg production, white eggs. Rhode Island red, dual purpose. Plymouth Rock. Exotic broilers, Aba Acres, Ross 308, Cobb 500, marketed at 6 to 8 weeks at 2 to 2.5 kilograms. Exotic layers, ISA Brown, Lomond Brown, Nera, 280 to 320 eggs/year. Livestock improvement methods. 1. Selection. Choosing animals with superior traits as parents for the next generation. Types. Individual selection, mass selection, select based on own performance, fast, cheap. Works well for highly heritable traits, body weight. Pedigree selection, select based on ancestor records, parent and grandparent performance. Useful when the trait cannot be measured in the selecting animal, e.g. milk yield in bulls. Progeny testing, select based on performance of offspring, most accurate but takes years. Used for bull selection in dairy cattle. Sire summaries. Published data from progeny testing allows farmers to choose proven sires. 2. Mating systems. Inbreeding, mating closely related animals. Increases homozygosity, purity. Used to develop true breeding lines. Risk, inbreeding depression, loss of vigor, reduced fertility. Line breeding, mild inbreeding to a specific ancestor. Maintains performance of a particular bloodline. Outbreeding, mating unrelated animals. Maintains heterozygosity and hybrid vigor. Crossbreeding, mating animals of different breeds. Exploits heterosis, hybrid vigor. F1 crossbred is superior to both parents in many traits. Used commercially in broiler production, crosses of White Plymouth Rock times Cornish. Grading up, mating indigenous females repeatedly with exotic bulls, or AI from exotic sires. Each generation has more exotic blood, 50%, 75%, 87.5%. Eventually approaches purebred exotic status while maintaining some adaptability. 3. Artificial insemination, AI. Semen collected from superior bulls, or rams, boars, and used to inseminate many females. Advantages: 1 superior sire inseminates hundreds of females. Semen transported long distances, fresh, chilled, or frozen in liquid nitrogen, cryopreservation. Enables progeny testing. Avoids disease transmission from male to female, compared with natural service. Frozen semen can be stored in liquid nitrogen, -196 degrees Celsius, for decades. In Nigeria, National Animal Production Research Institute, NEPRI, Shika, and Vom Christian Hospital, Plateau State, produce AI straws. 4. Embryo transfer, ET. Superior donor cows are hormone-treated to produce many eggs, superovulation. Donor is mated, AI. Multiple embryos flushed from donor and transferred to recipient, surrogate, cows. One superior donor can produce 10 to 15 embryos per flush. Very expensive, not common in Nigeria. 5. Genetic engineering and genomic selection. Modern techniques, DNA markers, SNP, single nucleotide polymorphism, CHIPS, genomic selection, selects on genetic markers rather than just phenotype or pedigree. More accurate and faster. Not yet widely used in Nigeria. Nigerian Livestock Improvement Institutions. NEPRI, National Animal Production Research Institute, Shika, Zoria Research on all livestock species. AI Center. NVRI, National Veterinary Research Institute, VOM, Plateau State Animal Disease Research. Vaccine production. AI semen production. ADPs, State Agricultural Development Projects distribute improved breeds and provide extension. Remember, livestock genetics equals application of genetic principles to improve farm animals, breed equals group of same species with similar physical characteristics passed consistently to offspring, purebred equals same breed parents, crossbred equals different breed parents, heritability equals proportion of trait variation due to genetic factors, high heritability equals responds well to selection. Breeds, cattle equals white Fulani/Bunoji, most common Nigerian cattle equals adapted to tropics equals 2-4 liters milk/day equals 300-400 kg, plus Friesian/Holstein Friesian, exotic equals 20-40 liters milk but poorly adapted to Nigeria, plus crossbreds, Friesian X white Fulani sheep equals Yankesa, north equals most common, plus West African dwarf/WAD, forest stone equals trypanotolerant goats equals red Sokoto/Maradi, excellent leather, plus WAD, trypanotolerant poultry equals local chicken, heat tolerant plus disease resistant plus 30-50 eggs/year, plus exotic broilers, Aba acres plus Ross. 308 equals market 6 to 8 weeks, plus exotic layers, ISA brown plus Loman equals 280-320 eggs/year. Improvement methods, selection, individual/mass selection, non-performance plus high heritability traits, plus pedigree selection, ancestor records equals useful when trait not measurable, e.g. milk yield in bulls, plus progeny testing, based on offspring performance equals most accurate equals used for bull selection in dairy mating. Inbreeding equals closely related plus increases homozygosity equals risk of inbreeding depression, crossbreeding equals different breeds plus exploits heterosis, grading up equals indigenous females x exotic bulls repeatedly equals each generation more exotic blood, artificial insemination, AI, equals semen from superior sires plus inseminates many females plus frozen semen in liquid nitrogen, minus 196 degrees Celsius embryo transfer equals superovulation of donor plus multiple embryos to recipient surrogates. Genomic selection equals DNA markers plus SMP chips equals more accurate and faster. Institutions, NEPRI, Shika/Storia, plus MVRI, VOM/Plateau State. Thank you and keep excelling at Livestock Academy, powered by Livestock Solutions Limited.